Cause I'm an island boy, and I've been trying to make it. Oh, I'm an island boy.
Supreme Stone Island for week 10. Let's talk about it and a lot more right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on SupremeNewYork.com, now currently just Supreme.com. Gotta forget that New York is now no longer with us. RIP to New York. You would have loved Supreme Stone Island for fall winter 23. And yes, we are back with Stone Island for this collaboration for fall 23. This collection consists of a cowhide leather bomber jacket, reversible down puffer jacket, a cotton bull denim trucker jacket, 5-paddle jean, 6-panel, and wool blend beanie treated with garment dye and reflective resin lamination. A lot of other stuff, short sleeve top, hooded, sweatshirt, sweatpants, camp cap, spiderweb printed graphic, and printed long sleeve top. Available on October 26th. That is this Thursday, guys. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now let's go look at all the pictures from Supreme and Stone Island. We also have some other stuff that is leaked this week. I will talk about that after the Stone Island video, so don't miss out. If you want to get the early updates on what the heck is coming out this week, be sure to stick around to the end of the video and leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Okay, Supreme Stone Island. This is the first jacket, right? It's a nice Supreme and Stone Island puffer jacket. And I will say, guys, for the people that were expecting, oh, is this gonna be cheap? No. This is gonna be one of the most expensive collaborations this year. It always is. Stone Island, for whatever reason, the materials they use, their own brand name, whatever it is they do, they're produced by Stone Island. So therefore it is $600. I don't know. We'll see the prices when they come out, obviously on the full drop list by Supreme Drops. So again, stay tuned to the channel, stay tuned to my community tab. You will see the prices on all of these things. And since there's so many pictures, I'm not gonna talk about each individual piece in all of these pictures until I get to the actual product photos, if that makes sense. This leather cowhide jacket looks insane though. You can see this piece easily being in the 4 digits, $1,000 and up. We do see the classic Stone Island script font right there. And I think some of the pieces from the leaks at least show Supreme's font as well, but these look really different from the leaks. I'm not gonna pull them up right now, but if you saw them as well, I put them on the community tab, Supreme Drops posted them. It looked a little bit different. Of course, okay, this was one of the pieces that leaked right here, this Supreme long sleeve. Maybe one of the cheaper items from the list. It depends. I can't tell. This is a layered. Is it one of those 90s like t-shirts over a long sleeve? It could actually just be a stitched line right there, stitched design. Okay, here we go. Supreme Stone Island leather bomber jacket. I love the contrast coloring with the hood and then the black jacket. Looks very nice. Yeah, this is definitely an expensive ass piece. Don't be expecting anything else. Zippers look great. Supreme and Stone Island branding on the inside collar. And then get the Stone Island famous branding right there on the left shoulder. Different color with the blue and the brown. I think the black and the orange looks a little bit better. It does appear though that this jacket on the inside can be removed, or perhaps it's just the hood. I think it may be just the hood that snaps in and off. I think that's what's going on there. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. What do you guys think? Here we go, the down puffer jacket. This piece is really, really sweet. And I do love just the big Supreme Stone Island branding, almost like a depolyed version of their logo. Super simplified, not all the intricate design elements. And actually kind of a basic Supreme and Stone Island font. Kind of the dumbing down of the designs, but hey, maybe you like it. I actually don't mind it. I will say I really liked it at first. I think this one might be a little bit my cup of tea after noticing the back a little bit further. Same with this one too. This is pretty sweet. I actually like this one a lot. I think it's the same one though. Yes, it is the same one. I'm getting tricked. Guys, I'm getting tricked out here thinking these are different designs. They are simply what's known as different colors. Okay. And perhaps the reversible down puffer jacket should have cued me in that these are also reversible. So yeah, that was an entire clusterfuck. So you get 2 jackets in one. Puffer jackets. Stay Puft Marshmallow Guy is a really cool villain in Ghostbusters. So you can be like him with this jacket. Okay, denim trucker jacket. I think this one will be probably one of the more popular items. Certainly with this collab, people will want stuff that they can afford a little better, and it is cool to see that Supreme kind of branding, epaulette, whatever you want to call it, buttoned into the breast pocket right there, which is not even really a breast pocket, it's more of a torso pocket. So that is a very cool place to have a pocket, and I'm actually a fan of how they did that. Maybe nice to reach in and kind of grab, utilize more than a pocket up here where you're kind of chicken arming your hand and not really getting a good angle on it. And then this is a strange picture. I don't know if this is 3M and that's what's going on here. I believe so. That's what makes sense to me from that picture. Perhaps this guy is 3M, which that is really interesting. If these are 3M too, they probably are. 3M stuff, obviously super reflective, used on the tongue of the Jordan 5s. In streetwear, we've always loved some 3M. Of course, Supreme famously used 3M on their North Face shirt, or their North Face collab from 2012, I think. More of the pants, which are pretty nice. They're basically just Stone Island Supreme pants. Like, there's nothing insane about the branding. We do have the Supreme or the Stone Island branding right there. And the Supreme, I think it's limited to the interior. So if there's any piece to get, I would get the 3M stuff just for the variety of it and perhaps also the utility. If you're riding a bike in the morning, doing some commuting on a bicycle, if you're riding your unicycle to work, your hipster job, then wear the Supreme Stone Island thing for all my unicycle riders. Definitely let me know in the comments if you're copping. All right, we got the Bocal cardigan next. This one's all right. I'm not a huge cardigan guy, but this one is really clean. It's really clean. It's got the Stone Island. I think that's like an epaulette. I was looking up the word of what you would call that. The patch right here, and all I could think about was back to Boy Scouts when you'd have the little loops on your shoulders for your, little colors right there, and we called those epaulettes, but I don't know what you would classify this little tag from Stone Island as. We could call it a tag, call it branding, but calling it an epaulette makes you sound like you know what you're talking about, right? Next up, we got the Supreme Stone Island Into the Matrix, Into the Spider-Verse looking shirt right here. I think this piece could also do well with the fun graphic on there. It's not too in your face. It's a very nice muted pattern. Two great colors. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 apparently just came out for PS5, so people are loving that. So spiders are having their time in the light right now. Shout out to spiders. We also have Halloween coming up, so creepy crawlies, they're definitely in. It's a good time to be a leprechaun too. Why not? Frankensteins, all the mystical beings are coming out of the woodwork. Here is that long sleeve top. It looks like it's inside out. The seam right here, perhaps not. Perhaps it's a poor reversible shirt. Man, that looks strange, man. Am I tripping, or is that an exposed seam? I could just be, it looks like an exposed seam, right? So that's the shirt right there. Kind of a weird looking design. Maybe it looks better in person, but I can't really get a good grasp of what's going on. Short sleeve spider top. We got the denim 6-panel hat, and the 3M hats I think will do the best right here. Could be a solid item to go for resale. Beanies, also reflective, pretty nice. So yeah, overall, there's some really decent pieces coming out from Stone Island this week. On second thought, let's quickly go over resale estimations for Supreme Stone Island. This is coming from our boy Drops by Jay. Here's are the purported prices. We got puffer jacket for almost $1,000, leather bomber jacket for over $2,500, denim jacket close to $7, cardigan $5, web hooded sweatshirt almost $350. Printed two-tone long sleeve. The long sleeve, guys, is like $188. Web short sleeve tee is $168. The denim pants $350. Sweatpants $300. Tonal beanie $178. Almost doesn't seem fair or true or accurate for the beanie, so I'm gonna call BS on the beanie price. I think it's gonna be cheaper than that. Web 6-panel 78, tonal 6-panel 78. See, that's a typo. It's gotta be just 78 because there's no way it's 178. So those are the resale estimation prices by Drops by Jay. One last thing, it's also available at select Stone Island locations, so keep that in mind. If you live in a city with Stone Island, if it sells out at Supreme, perhaps you could get it from Stone Island as well. So without further ado, let's get into the rest of the week for week 10 of fall winter 23. All right, folks, the next item this week is the leather bags. I was trying to post this as a community tab last night. YouTube was not having it. They said, no, dude, you can't post this. They said, try again later. And I said, I am tired and I'm not going to do that. But we have these leather bags. We got a nice backpack style here, duffel bags, shoulder bags, and waist bags. And they actually are different dimensions, obviously. This is the 2.5 liter shoulder bag. This is a nice messenger bag style. I actually like this one the most out of all of them because for me, when it comes to daily carry bags, I want something a little bit bigger than a school bag. You know, I do have my Y3 bag that I use for the gym, and I have another Supreme North Face bag for like camping, stuff like that. But for daily carries, leather is actually a really great material to have. It kind of keeps clean relatively. It doesn't get stained too much. If you have leather cleaner too, it can really be nice. It looks premium. Waist bag, it's all right. I'm kind of over the whole waist bag trend thing. I got my waist bags. I don't need any more. Kind of where I stand with it. But in terms of resale, it could actually be one of the ones to go. I always say go for the leather messenger bags before this, or potentially even the school bag. This one does have the nice box logo on it, but keep in mind, guys, traditionally these bags sit for longer than most other items unless they are a collaboration or especially hype for whatever reason. And we haven't really seen any especially hype bags in a little bit, which I think is one of the only things kind of holding back this season. Now, I'm not gonna say these bags are bad. I actually love the simplicity of them. The red and the black design is really clean. I would recommend consider going for whichever, really. The red is very Supreme. It's loud and in your face. And if you maybe need a little more spice in your wardrobe, go for the red. But if you traditionally always get red, or if you always get black, mix it up maybe. Maybe you need to mix it up. Really, ultimately up to you. But the next item is the Supreme duffel bag, which I think will always have a place in people's hearts to love, especially the fact that we get a 65 liter and a 42 liter. I find that to be super interesting. We don't typically get multiple size duffel bags, but these are great for traveling. I think if you're going to be using these at the airport, you might as well get the red one just to stand out. Black luggage is one of the most, blended in things of all time. Everyone's got black luggage is what I'm trying to say here. So yes, Supreme leather bags, I think waist bag, duffel bag, maybe school bag or for resale. That's my predictions, but don't count on anything, right? Next up, we got Supreme Pyrex returning with a 3-piece set like Napoleon Dynamite's Uncle Rico.
Now, if you invest in the 24-piece set, I'm gonna throw in a little gift. So what's the gift?
Yes, the stars and stripes. It's very 4th of July looking. I would say get this if you need it. Don't rely on this for resale. It could actually resell though, but just think about it, guys. Reselling Tupperware, you just kind of look like a loser at that point. Have some pride and don't actually buy this to resell unless you really just like Pyrex. If you're a big crack cooking aficionado, then you know what? I'm gonna say live your life, follow your dreams, and never let anybody tell you different. Drops by Jay also posted this, like who has the fall winter measuring cup, or who still has the measuring cup from fall winter 2019. I remember when this piece came out, one of my last seasons that I was consistently checking in with Supreme, and it is crazy to see like, oh yeah, that released way back then. What does it resell for now? Let's check. According to StockX, if you bought this in 2019 for $24, you could potentially sell this for about $45.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. While you're out there playing patty cake with your friend Pedro, your Uncle Rico making 120 bucks.
I can make that much money in 5 seconds.
Really not that great of a resale on these, which is to be expected. They probably made a lot of them, and it's just not that interesting. It's a measuring cup. That is going to do it for this week in leaks for Supreme. We did have the official Stone Island collaboration. Long story short, it's extremely expensive. We got the Pyrex coming out this week too, and the leather bags. Be sure to stay tuned to the channel, guys, for all upcoming Supreme information. Again, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's been your boy Thomas, and I'm out. Peace and butt grease. See ya.